Hi, this is Gaze Planet, the podcast where two boyfriends kiki about all things K-pop. I'm Miles.
I'm Andy.
And this is episode 26, I think. We have a lot to talk about today, or the rundown's gonna be, we're gonna go to Gay Watch and talk about the VCHA subreddit. Then we are going to debut a new segment called Gaybue, where we talk about debuts. Then we'll go to Comeback Corner. There's a lot in the corner this month. Then we'll hit on our closing question, and then our little end song, and we out. So let's get into it. So our Gay Watch looks a little different this week because we didn't watch like a documentary or a concert. We have just had our eyes on the VCHA subreddit. VCHA is an American girl group created by JYP Entertainment through the YouTube show A2K that we are obsessed with and like talk about every day.
It's our guiding light.
Yeah. So VCHA, American girl group, they debuted last January with Girls of the Year. Fantastic track. We loved it. I was obsessed. Great music video. They came back in March with only one, and both of these singles was just a single and a B-side. And then they kind of, I think, then ran out of steam. They haven't released anything since last March, and I think when the subreddit and the fans started to get scared is when they pulled out of Lollapalooza in Chicago, which they were supposed to perform in July.
With no announcement. They just weren't on the poster anymore.
Right, so that's when we started to check the VCHA subreddit at that point, like, every day, because people were panicking for, like, over...
Months now.
Months, yeah. They've been panicking for months, and it's like, we love just being like, what are the conspiracy theories today? So we want to dig into that with y'all. Yeah, they pulled out of Lollapalooza. There has never been an official announcement on this from VCHA, Instagram, from JYP, like, nothing. People had to find out on the Lollapalooza Twitter. Kaylee, the youngest member who on A2K auditions when she is 12, and we call her the fetus, took a hiatus from the group in, I think, May. So the Kaylee hiatus of it all and the pulling out of Lollapalooza created this nexus of panic. So I dug into the theories because I just think they're hilarious, and I organized them into categories of clinging to hope and assuming the worst. So the clinging segment, my favorites are somebody was like, I heard Girls of the Year at my H Mart. Maybe that means that they're getting more traction and getting more popular and they'll come back soon. I think that person admitted that that was a stretch. And then somebody dug into US trademark applications that had been made on VCHA's behalf for like 19 categories of trademarks. And people were like, oh my God, are we going to get
a lip balm?
Well, somebody joked and they're like, I love that the categories are so broad. So they're like, are we going to get herbicide? Like, so people are just like finding any tweet, any like hair found in a mall that looks like Yuna. Like, it's amazing. And then assuming the worst, I mean, people have said everything. They're like, Kaylee's out of the group. JYP pulled Kaylee out, and she's going to be in the next Korean girl group from JYP since she is Korean American. Like, they've been dropped by Republic Records. Like,
Does that happen that fast, though? It just seems odd that they would disband and then they would do Latin 2K. That would just be a very bad look.
Yes, JYP is going to do a show eventually called L2K, like Latin America to Korea, and do this VCHA model, but I'm assuming for a Spanish-speaking group. Sorry, Brazil. So I think VCHA has to at least look like enough of a success to launch this second show, unless they scrap everything. I don't know. I mean, back in the day, they had JYP made a headquarters in New York City and moved the Wonder Girls to America for a year, and it didn't work. I always look at VCHA as the second JYP trying again what they tried with the Wonder Girls. I mean, they got the Wonder Girls in a Nickelodeon movie. They opened for the Jonas Brothers. They had the first K-pop song in the Hot 100 ever. All the girls learned English. Like, they really tried. I think this is a way smarter. It's a way better time. I think this makes way more sense for VCHA. And I think it could be a success. Like, I'm not a doomsdayer. I'm like, they have plenty of time. They're young. So some people are like, oh, maybe they got to cook them more than they thought they did. So that's your catch up on VCHA, if you even knew who they were, but we are fans and
Fans of the subreddit.
fans of the subreddit, honestly. Check it out. All right, do you want to move on to the next segment?
Yeah.
This is a new segment that we are calling Debuts. It's just about people's debuts.
But we're making it gay.
We're making it gay.
Honey.
We're mainly here to talk about Your and My Goddess, the visual of Twice, and Maknae, Chewy.
Chewy is probably the top visual in K-pop. If you look at the most viewed fan cams at the end of the year, she will have number 1, number 2, number 4, number 7, number 9, number 10.
So Chewy
Is the Korean beauty standard.
is the Korean beauty standard. We don't often see a visual member from a group. I don't mean visual to detract. I mean, like, that's how a lot of K-pop groups are still built, is like there is the visual, the face. We don't see them going solo that often. But Chewy is, with this song and mini album, her song is called Runaway.
I would call it a slow build, as in, like, the first time you hear it, it's like, whatever.
Run away. 더 늦기 전에 기회를 줄게. 내게 안기면 you will back to stay.
To me, it's a track written for Sunmi. It sounds so...
But she would do so much more with it.
Well, Chewy is putting no emotion in it, and Sunmi would be, like, wringing it dry.
Well, yeah, Sunmi is so idiosyncratic, and she just gives you, she's like, even just the way that she breathes is, like, iconic. But Chewy, to me, in Twice, like...
She just looks distant all the time, that's all I think. And some people probably think it's, like, sexy aloof, and I think it's, like, just, like, living in a dream world while doing dance moves.
Yeah, it's funny, I watched the Twice members react to the video with her, and, like, all they talk about is her face. They're like, your face looks amazing. Oh my God, Chewy, your face. Look at your face. Wow, your face. And I'm like, oh, the visual is visualing. Like, that is what it's giving. So, I mean, I think it's just like, it's okay. But to me, there's so many solo debuts now, like way more than when I came into K-pop in like 2010. Like, there have been more and more and more. And I feel like most of them, including the guys, are just okay. And like, I forget about them later.
What's the best one?
I mean, it'd probably be like Nayeon Pop.
That's what I was thinking. That's what came to mind first.
What do you think makes a good soloist in a crowded field like this?
I think you have to be quirky, because so much stuff is just exactly the same. So many things are just like an algorithm of a song.
I think a lot of K-pop stuff, when they go solo, I think they just get a song from a songwriter that they just already had lying around in the bin. And they're like, here's your solo debut, like, here's your song. Like, I feel like almost all of the male solo debuts just sound like Taemin from SHINee. Like, everyone is like, all just copy, because Taemin has this like slinky, bass-driven sound. It highlights his dancing, and like there's so many other copycats of that. If you're gonna be a soloist, you have to tell us why, like,
You're different.
you're different. Like, I already have Twice, so why do I need Nayeon on her own? Which I think Nayeon was like, I am Twice. I think to me, that's how she feels as a soloist. She's like, I'll give you Twice by myself. Or like, Hwasa is like, my thing's gonna be about like having a curvy body, and I'm the J-Lo of Korea. Key from SHINee is like sci-fi / gay / club. Like, it's just, I think it makes me sad, because I'm like, being a soloist would be so amazing to like find your little niche and exploit it. So like with Chewy, I'm like, okay, like, Sweden gave you the song, and
Anyone could sing it.
that's the last thing you want, right? Okay, here's how I would want to do Chewy's debut. This was my crazy idea that they would never do. I think the album is called About Chew. I would call it Chew on This. And back in the day, when Chewy made worldwide headlines around Twice's debut time, she made the New York Times, she made BBC, when she was on that Korean show and they handed her a Taiwanese flag and she held it. And then it caused a huge kerfuffle because it was that seen as a political act. And on the this is still on the JYP YouTube channel, she did that sad video where she's in a black turtleneck against a wall, and she apologizes for holding the Taiwanese flag, and she recognizes the true sovereignty of China over Taiwan. I'm like, what if the music video starts with her in the black turtleneck, like, frame that shot up, and then she pulls it off and she's in like a sequin gown? Like, I would be like gagged if they referenced that moment. It would be amazing, and I would be like, wow, Chewy really thought about what the public knows about her her storyline.
She's more than just a face. She's a political activist.
That's what I would pull. Not just like Chewie
probably,
in
like,
a dirty
never-
hotel room dancing with fog or whatever.
She probably never wants to think about that.
I'm sure she never wants to think about it, and I'm sure JYP has like never touched that because we need Chinese money, but
What could have been?
I would have screamed. Okay, now we're gonna go to Comeback Corner. Welcome to Comeback Corner, where we are going to talk about the good, the mid, and the what? Okay, the good. You guys, you know we're huge Young Posse fans. We're seeing them in concert on basically what we're calling Halloween this year, October 26th.
Tickets were $500.
I paid $1,000 because I just want them to have more money.
Oh, yeah. We bought the whole front row. Just so I
So-
can put my bag somewhere.
Yeah, Young Posse released and went properly viral with Ain't That.
It's go time. 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Young posse, baby, if you know, then you know. 5, 6, 7, and 8 that. 깨끗이 8 that. 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Young posse, 쓰라 담아, we want it more. 5, 6, 7, and 8 that. Yeah, don't call it.
The video looks like Grand Theft Auto. I love that it has not yet to be sued out of oblivion. It has like 30+ million views or something. Like this has been big from them. It's their best song. Go watch it, listen to it. We stand.
We're gonna get to see macaroni cheese in person. We're gonna get macaroni explained to us in person.
It's a delicious cooked macaroni pasta. We also really liked, or I really liked the Zero Base One comeback. Good So Bad.
wanna know 내가 해줄 수 있는 것들 Making me feel good wanting it more you're so bad 어떻게 날 변하게 해 it's so good 모두 누가 말해 그녀를 놓치지 마 눈이 부셔 You're so bad
It's just good. I don't know. It's good so bad. I don't know what else to say about it. It's like it's
They're on a good
release.
trajectory.
Yeah.
My favorite still Pop's also.
Ganuk
Ganuk.
with the purple hair.
Yeah. I still think that he has like the best stage presence.
He's yeah. Okay, other ones briefly. We liked Love Attack by Reseen.
Oh yeah.
Great chorus. It just kind of proves like that's all you need.
Guys, it's simple. Just
Write
Write the
music.
song.
TTYL by Lusumble. I really liked.
it's not safe to listen to because it's so fast.
Yeah.
I think they have to hold their breath the entire time because they're only singing. And it makes my pulse quicken
Mine
because it's
too.
just I'm like if
The
I was,
percussion is really fast.
yeah, if I was doing like sprint training, I would be listening to that song on repeat.
Maybe I'll wave your finger. I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
And Olivia High.
Bombshell.
Yeah, Bombshell.
Bombshell.
She's dancing next to these like Q-tips and she has like this bodacious Hollywood body.
She has like quads. She has a tan. She has the hair.
like plump lips, long hair, dancing next to like a Sprite.
Okay, let's go to the mid of Comeback Corner. Okay, I just want to talk about Oh My Girl coming back with Classified. Andy, can you sing me a little bit?
Classified.
Yeah, neither can I. Neither can I because I
Sassified.
don't remember it. I mean, as a song, it sounds like a Red Velvet song that Red Velvet would have put out like a year or two ago. It's like,
Oh, okay.
it's the trap beat with the like wistful kind of classical music thing that I never really liked from Red Velvet, and I don't really care for Oh My Girl.
Sometimes I dive into your dream. 영원히 머리 수는 없겠지만 sometimes I cry to make you smile.
Oh My Girl only come back once a year now. So it's like, you gotta just hope.
It's more like Where My Girl.
Yes. Where My Girl. It's tough because to me, like, Oh My Girl, I get what they did. Like, they won Queendom season 1, spoiler alert, sorry. And I think then they had a huge hit with Nonstop, and then they had Dolphin and Dun Dun Dance. They had these
Like they didn't win.
Queendom. Oh fuck, they got second place.
Yeah.
Okay,
they won
got
the hearts of
They
fans.
won, like in our hearts, in my heart, they won. Queendom won. Mamamoo won, but Mamamoo was always gonna win. But Oh My Girl won 2 rounds of the show in a row. Like,
Iconic performance. Still talked
Iconic.
about and referenced on the show.
if you have never seen them perform Destiny, which might as well be an Oh My Girl song at this point, not a Lovely song, go look up Destiny Queendom Oh My Girl. The show like really helped blow them up, and then they blew. The Nonstop was a huge song. I think Dun Dun Dance was big. Dolphin was a B-side that blew up. The biggest B-side ever in K-pop. And then I think they're like, okay, they did what a girl group is supposed to do, which is just be a launch pad for solo careers. Not even just solo music, but like successful like acting, variety. They're all over TV. I mean, one of the members left because she was just like, okay, well, I got what I wanted. Like, I'm out. So now they have 6 members.
I don't want to practice anymore.
Yeah, like I don't want to do the one song a year.
I want black hair. Let me have my natural hair.
So true. So I can't fault Oh My Girl. I'm like, yeah, they're doing what kind of the girl group model is meant to do. It's just sad as a fan because I'm like, I still want more. But they have been a group for, I think, 9 years or maybe even 10 now. So this...
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah. Go watch their Killing Voice. They did like there's a YouTube thing called Killing Voice where they like sing all their songs a cappella. I mean, that's amazing. They have 4 amazing singers. Okay, and then the comeback. So Le Sserafim came back with Crazy.
I think their new tactic is to just release songs that don't have singing and only speaking.
Act like an angel, just like crazy.
Yeah, 내 심장이 강림 넌 CPR 같이 손잡아 like Pikachu 100만 발트 전기 is pumping
I'm on a break bestie. 미쳐도 candy sassy.
뉴런의 자가를 강신 내 머릿속은 문파로같이
Le Sserafim have been in a weird place since Coachella, which I don't even remember being that bad, but people seem to talk about it like it was a disaster vocally for them. Their last few releases have been like, meh.
I feel like they were taking themselves too seriously, and then
Yeah.
they kind of got knocked off a pedestal, and we're like, let's reevaluate. Let's loosen up a little. Let's be a little more fun. Like, we don't need to be the baddest girls. We could be like quirky, fun, gay icon girls.
Don't
Because
listen
the gays can make a whole career.
your gay fans
The
can
gay
keep
fans
you alive.
can keep you alive
Look at
for
Kylie
decades.
Minogue.
Who's about to announce a world tour.
Yeah, like the gays will fuel you.
Cher said, don't cross that line. What line? The
The gay line. To me, the song is like weird enough that it's interesting, and I have watched a lot of the stages.
Oh yeah, I think it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah, it's like fun. They're having fun. I recommend what we liked of this is they did an English version of the song and they did a music video for the English version where they're just in like a tiny Korean party store. That music video I like better than the big budget one. Yeah, don't listen to the rest of the album though. Just pretend that it's just a single.
The B-sides are budget sides.
Okay, and then we're gonna go to our kind of final segment right now. It's time for the closing question. Who do you want a solo from?
I want a solo from Yujin from IVE, because we saw her, and she was the best on the concert.
She was a Beyonce.
Yeah, she was A tier, and everyone else is C tier. And I want her to do, what is it called, Mambo Town? I want her to basically just sing Rumors from Produce 48,
Oh.
that kind of song, because I think that she would excel in that. So I'm thinking like dark, moody, purple and black, where there's like fog rolling in, but the fog is like lit purple, and then she's singing either that or Chaewon from Le Sserafim,
Oh.
because I also think that
She could be unleashed even more.
yeah, I mean,
She does feel like
so good.
the other girls are like not holding her back, but like they just-
Yoonjin from Le Sserafim, I think that she's a little bit awkward, whereas Chaewon is like a machine. She just is so good at looking at the camera. Like, that is what I think every time that she's on stage is like, she knows exactly where the camera is at. She knows what expression to be making. And I loved the scene in the Le Sserafim documentary when the trainer is yelling at her and she's crying. That is like something I will never forget. When she dances and we think it's perfect, and then the choreographer, there's just silence, and the choreographer is like, why would you do that to me? Why would you make me watch that? That's so bad. And then she's like, don't cry in front of me. Ugh, God, so good. How about you?
I don't know. I was gonna say Dahyun from Twice. I don't want a solo career from Dahyun. I want a music video that's like super tongue-in-cheek. I want it written by JYP. She plays the piano, so I want like the piano to be in there. I want her to have a million costumes. I want her to dress up like a man, maybe the Six Flags man. Like I just want it to be like bonkers.
Who's the girl who sings Smartphone?
Yena.
Yeah. I don't like those songs, but I could see Dahyun being in that same world. The style of the music videos where it's just very like pop color, they're in a diner, like
Oh, see, I want it to be like
you want it to be
camp.
cooler.
Camp.
Like, who is camp in K-pop?
Orange Caramel was like that kind of thing for Dahyun.
Okay, she needs to
Yeah.
she needs to be ramped up like sushi.
Oh, people call her Tofu, so she could do all these tofu things in the video, or the song could
She should
be
just
called.
call the
it
song
could be
Tofu.
called Tofu or Dubu.
Doobu doobu doobu.
She could spoof twice stuff. Like it's just like it's the meta. That's I would love that from Dahyun. It's never gonna happen, but actually, who knows? Because there's only 3 members of Twice that have yet to go solo. Okay, well that's our show. If you enjoyed it and you want barely more, you can follow our Instagram, which is @GaysPlanetPod, where we try to engage with you and one fan talks to us. And then we always end on an ending song, and I kind of want to break the rules. I don't know if Annie's going to let me. I just want to end on Angel of My Dreams by Jade, formerly of Little Mix, because it's basically a K-pop song, and it's a solo debut.
Cut it in. I don't listen to this podcast.
So I just didn't know if
I
you were,
won't know.
I didn't know if you were gonna be like, it's not K-pop.
I'm chained to this chair, okay? I have no say. You pay me $25 for every episode I appear on, okay?
And
I
that
get a
comes out-
blowy and a 20.
And that comes out of my food stamp budget. Okay, so we're
Also,
gonna
if you're hiring,
we're gonna leave you with "Angel of My Dreams" by Jade. She was from.
written by aespa.
It's
The spiritual
it's
successor.
aespa coded. It's basically
The
like
spiritual successor to
Supernova.
Supernova.
It's a fantastic video, a fantastic song. It is a solo debut, which is why I thought of it because we were talking about Chewy.
It's in talks of becoming England's new national anthem.
Yeah.
Like, that is the level we are at. King Charles heard it and was like,
He queefed. Yeah. So that's the song, and that's where we're gonna leave you. And until next time, fighting.
bye boys.